Good morning, dreamers. How are you today? Today is Wednesday. I had to think for a second. Isn't that awful? Okay, I have to show you something. Uh, I'm not in sales for this. This is the illustration of the point I'm trying to make today. Because bottom line is, doing life alone is never as fun as doing life with friends. I have a new nail system, new to me anyway. Um, and there's lots of information about it. There's lots of people who sell it. And anyway, a friend of mine introduced me to it. And um, these ones are freshly chopped and freshly painted. So a friend from a different area of life shared this information with me. And then I was in our church's ladies group has a weekly check-in where we just visit over a cup of tea on Zoom and just make sure everybody's okay. Anybody who needs a check-in just comes and we chat. And I think there's more people that need a check-in, but just don't have the time to do the check-in. All those moms of four and whatever. Like I'm so honored to be in a time when my kids are relatively independent, but not dependent on drives to work and here. Like they're in a really sweet spot right now. And for this lockdown time, it's very helpful for me. So as we were checking in, I started to tell them about what I was doing because I'm painting my nails, talking, painting my nails, talking, whatever, right? And and they're like, "What are you doing? What do you always have different colors on your Hello Dreamer, Good Morning Dreamers, whatever." And so I told them about it, and they're like, "Well, when are you gonna have a party? Because we want to buy some, and you might as well have a party, and then you'll get points and whatever." All that to say, it isn't about the party as much as it's about doing something with friends. Um, all of a sudden, having half decent hands became something of beauty because it reminded me of my friendships. I am so blessed. Yes, there are things out there that I want to pursue, and there's relationships I want to have, or a specific one. But it's like I'm still so blessed, and God's used this to bring me back to you've been created to appreciate beauty, and that's why I've surrounded you by beautiful, beautiful people. And so I started thinking last night because I went to this touch-in meeting, check-in meeting, and they picked the color for today, and they picked the accent of gold on the finger. And I was like, yeah, me and my friends. So now, for the whole week that I have this color on, or however long I choose to keep it, it's not just funky green nail polish. It's Arlene. It's Veronica. It's Melissa. It's Becky. It's Renita. And the list goes on. I'm so fortunate that my list is so big. You don't need a big list. You just need a few core people hanging on. Life is so much better with friends. Don't push people away because their theology is a little different, or their politics is different, or they prefer tea over coffee. Like sometimes we get so cornered and we get so offended by what people post on Facebook. Another, for instance, yesterday is I had a friend who was very, very sick, and she reached out. And those of us that could help, we stepped in. I stepped in for a little bit, other people stepped in for a lot of it, depending on their schedule. And we all stepped in prayer, in dreaming her to Jesus so that she could survive her day. I didn't say life was better with cats, although it is. But she needed. And we all, because we share life, we all could take a little bit. And we were all interested and we all wanted to know how she was doing. And so it was really great to see this type, these ways of friendship. Another, for instance, all from yesterday. So my kids are working on their school from home, and on Saturday, on the grocery list, sorry, it's Friday, on the grocery list was ice cream. They love ice cream sandwiches. Love them. I do too. Let's be real. It's not just my kids. So I got them a box of 24 ice cream sandwiches. And by Monday, gone. It's nothing to do with homeschooling. It has to do with hungry teenagers. So Monday afternoon, I was hankering for some ice cream. And so I got some. And yesterday, after supper, I just wanted a little scoop. It's a good thing I only wanted a little scoop because that's all that was left. And I was like, and Hulk Mom started showing up. I was livid. I was like, no more ice cream. I felt it coming. And I'm like, I'm using all my therapy and all my mental health growth. And I'm like, what is anger saying? It's not really anger. It's annoyance. It's frustration. It's, I'm not home with my kids while they're home. It's like all of this stuff started to come. Like I was listening, and so instead of running to the culprit, I know who the culprit is. Instead of running to her room, I made a TikTok and shared my frustration with my friends, and they all in our check-in, they're like, "Oh my goodness, the ice cream was so funny." And I'm like, "I'm glad you thought it was funny." But by then it was funny. Right? Because I'd taken the time to listen to my emotions and befriend myself and then think, only ice cream. What you're about to do could damage your relationship with your child because you're angry. But it's not really anger. There's so much other things your emotions are trying to tell you. So in becoming friends with myself, I took my frustration to my friends and they stood with me and laughed and they showed me the humor in it. And I'm like, life is so much better with friends. So if you're really struggling and you don't have friends, I got a whole group I can share. We're pretty awesome ladies. There's some cool gentlemen too, but not in this scenario we're talking about. But life is better together. And there are ways to connect, even during lockdown, even during COVID. So connect. If you need help, speak out and ask. And someone might not be able to give you everything you need. They can give you a little bit. Another person can give you a little bit. And little, little, little. And soon you'll see that instead of looking inward, you're looking outward, trying to take care and love on them too. So, my dreaming friends, have a wonderful, wonderful middle of the week. Enjoy your coffee. Find something beautiful just to gaze upon and find a friend to tell that you love them and to hear it in return. We all need to hear it. I love you. Sending you a massive mare hug. Sweet dreams. Bye.